Back to Basics, Part 3, Ortho on the Go. Hey y'all, I'm Amy Morgan. I'm the Marketing Coordinator for Pediatric Dental Associates and Orthodontics. Welcome to Back to Basics, Part 3. So today we're going to be talking about back to school and orthodontics. So here at PDA&O, we really strive to make sure that parents have all the information that they can so that they can make the orthodontics journey for their child that much easier. So in this video, we're just going to give some quick ideas that you can do to make sure that your child is prepared for back to school and so that they can take care of their braces, their Invisalign trays, any type of orthodontics appliance that they might have at school. So first and foremost, we want to make sure that they have the basic supplies that they need to take care of their orthodontic appliances at school. And as far as our suggestions, that would be a travel size toothbrush, which we do give these with all patients who get their braces on. This particular one, it just kind of flips out and becomes a full-size toothbrush as you're brushing. They sell these in the travel section at most of your retailers. But if for any reason you're having an issue and you're watching this video and you need a travel size toothbrush for your child, just comment below and we'll get you one. No problem. If they're gonna be taking care of their teeth at school, we're gonna provide that toothbrush for them, okay? So travel size toothbrush and a little toothpaste. And then you also wanna make sure they have flossers. Now this particular package I purchased at a local retailer. This has 12 floss picks in here. So you could buy this option directly from a retailer, or you can find the actual orthodontic flossers that we recommend. These are from a company called Plackers. There's also a company called Platypus, but you want to look for things that are specifically made for patients who are in braces. And then if you wanted to get the ones that were braces specific, you could just take some of these and find a container similar to this and put them in there so that they can have them for the travel, or they can have a whole bag in there just depending on how much room they have in their backpacks. So those are the main things we want to make sure they have on them while they are at school. So that's going to be a travel size toothbrush, travel size toothpaste, and floss picks, okay? So those are your top 3 things that you need to make sure they have. Now moving into the actual things that happen during orthodontics, such as maybe a bracket came off, or maybe their teeth are starting to align really well and now their wire is poking in the back. So you want to make sure that they have wax. So this is something that I would technically put into the first category of making sure they have it on them, but we're going to put it in the second category as an extra, because sometimes it is hard to make sure that they have their wax because you have to pick it up at the orthodontist, or you have to have something specific that you can buy at your local retailers. So we found this actual 2-pack, and it actually comes with a little cutting tool and a little device that you can to place the wax a little bit easier. But you want to make sure they at least have a minimum of one of these little boxes of wax with them, and that would help to protect their mouth from anything that may have happened while they were at school. Like maybe they bit in to something at lunch and the bracket started popping or the wire started moving and now it's irritating them. So you want to make sure that they have wax. Now the next thing you want to make sure that they might have in their travel pack, or at home for sure, are what we call Proxa brushes. So these are like little bitty toothbrushes. We call them tree brushes. And you just use these to kind of clean between the brackets, get between your wires. If you have something stuck that is small and you need to actually use a brush style instead of a floss pick, these are perfect for that. And then another thing is we want to make sure that if your school will allow it, or if your child is older and at the age that they can dispense their own medication, that maybe you get a travel size thing of pain reliever. We do usually recommend an ibuprofen over a Tylenol because sometimes it's usually just inflammation, and ibuprofen has an anti-inflammatory. But Tylenol will also work, but they do make, again, these in the travel size. The next item is going to be very specific for kiddos that are in braces. So these are kiddos that are in braces that have rubber bands. So if you've been given instructions to wear your rubber bands by your orthodontist, you want to make sure that they have a good amount of rubber bands on them. You got to think about it. They're going to maybe have breakfast at school, lunch at school, a snack at school. And in all of those cases, they're going to have to take their rubber bands out and put them back in. And the longer that they have their rubber bands on, the faster their teeth are going to move and the faster they're going to get out of braces. So always make sure that they have a pack of rubber bands with them. Now, if you only have one package, you can separate these. You can take the extra ones out and put them into a different bag, and then they can take the extra ones with them to school so that you always know that you have a pack available in both locations. And then if they are in any kind of alignment tray, so whether it be Invisalign or some of our 3M clear trays or any type of aligner trays, then you want to make sure they have their key. So sometimes those aligners can be really hard to get off of their back molars. And so there are these little keys that are designed so that they can hold this part with their finger and then they can pop it off the back with this. So make sure they have one of these as well with them so that when they go to eat lunch, they can get the aligner off. Okay, so again, those are going to be really specific to the different type of appliances. Now, one idea that we have put together in a previous video, which we will link below, is to just gather all of these items as best you can, including a pair of tweezers and a small pair of nail clippers, and place them inside just a regular travel size soap box. Now, if you have a really fun kid that wants things like decorated, maybe your daughter wants a monogram or your son wants a basketball or whatever, those would be really fun to kind of personalize the box. But you can see this is just a regular soap box, and I have a lot of these items already in here. But if you want more information on how to pack this or what all items are included, you can click the link below to watch the video that we put together earlier that goes into the entirety of what all is involved in creating this travel case. These are great for their backpacks, they're great for their sports bags, they're great for you to just have in your car, but all of these things can kind of eliminate the rush to have to get to the orthodontist or pull them out of school. These things can kind of get them through the school day into the next day until we can get them in. Now again, if you ever have an orthodontic emergency and you are our orthodontic patient, Dr. Jason and Dr. Skylar will be more than happy to get you in as quickly as possible, so don't ever hesitate to contact us or call us and let us know what's going on. These are just things to help them get comfortable until we can get them in again.